I'm Olga Yurovski. I'm a founder and CEO of Shopperations. Shopperations is a marketing, collaboration, and planning platform. It's a cloud-based software for marketers in the consumer packaged goods space. The idea for Shopperations came to me about 4 years ago when I was working for a large food company as a shopper marketing director, and I was very frustrated with the amount of lost productivity and lack of understanding of my business and how convoluted things were when it comes to being able to quickly report the program results and program plans. So that inspired me to create a software solution for marketers. So we actually are in business with a lot of CPG clients who are using our software today, and they're loving it. My entire background is I've always been in the consumer packaged goods industry. Started as a brand manager, associate brand manager at Procter & Gamble. And then I worked for a few other companies in consumer electronics and CPG space. And then my last 6.5 years of my career were focused on shopper marketing. That's how I identified this niche, this painful domain that needed to be automated and streamlined. And actually interviewed a lot of shopper marketers in the course of the last 4 years. Probably dozens of CPG companies and hundreds of marketers who we interviewed to understand what's the root cause of that lost productivity. And there's 3 major areas. One of them is just something we have to deal with. It's the complexity of our internal organizations. They're very big, they're very siloed. There's matrix where you have multiple internal clients to respond to and everybody's using their own method of tracking things. There's no solutions that are applicable to entire marketing domain that everybody understands and uses constructively and productively to be able to automate planning and reporting. So everybody relies on spreadsheets, PowerPoints, a lot of emails and meetings. So that's what's one of the root causes of our pain is that we just have very large organizations that haven't been standardized. The other problem is that we don't have tools. Like I said, Excel and PowerPoint and email is our main method of doing our job, and it's outdated, to be honest. It's the same way I started back in 1990s. That was my tools of choice when I was a brand manager. It's still the case for marketers today. So lack of systems for marketing is what another big problem that I see. We've automated, digitized a lot of the other parts of the enterprise. Finance runs SAP Finance. HR has systems to run people management. We have supply chain system. We have trade promotion management systems for our sales and trade teams to use. But there is nothing for marketers beyond just simplistic separated documents that we rely on. So that's another problem. And then finally, we touched on that a little bit today at the session, that there is a proliferation of data. There's so much data that we don't know what to do with. We're confused. There's no standard KPIs. There's no standard way of looking at campaign results. So when the campaign is over and the vendor sends you your results, it usually comes in a PowerPoint presentation or an Excel file, and it's not apples to apples. The naming conventions are not the same. The KPIs are very different depending on the vendor. So it's impossible to rank and compare them. And it all is still disconnected. So one of the missions that we have at Shopperations is to actually build an omni-channel dashboard where multiple vendors can pipe their results in for the marketers to truly understand what works and what doesn't, and be able to quickly optimize and improve their campaigns before it's too late and planning is closed for the year. We have a lot of technology advancements on the shopper side, like we have shopper apps and we have in-store mobile technology, and we have lots of new technology that is disrupting the shopper path to purchase, which is very fascinating. But internally, when it comes to ability to collaborate, ability to create transparency, ability to feed ideas off of each other, and then create this virtuous loop of everybody pitching in, like Amy Draglin-Johnson was talking about, we have to have one goal, we have to have one strategy, and everybody has to go after that. It's easier said than done because we don't have tools for that. And we have way too many departments and way too many decision makers that may not actually see what each other is doing. So that's probably the biggest thing that I see has not changed. It's actually exacerbated because, like we were talking about, there's new silos being created. Shopper marketing was a silo that was created about 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Now we have e-commerce silo that's popping up. And until you figure out the digital internal solution for organizational planning, budgeting, transparency, collaboration, this is not going to be resolved. So I urge all of the CMOs to start looking into collaboration solutions, because it's not just about uncovering awesome consumer insights and activating them through wonderful emotional advertising campaigns anymore. That was the job of a CEO 50 years ago. The job of the CEO is to give their teams tools to thrive in digital age. And I don't think our industry is anywhere near to achieve that goal.